Shalom. Kal Halayim La Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elders of Great Millstone as GMS. Peace and bless to the Acumen and a few Aquath across the four winds. Your brother Bata Maya from Great Millstone Houston coming to you with a short lesson. Now I saw this from Reuters. Global plastic waste vortex threatens Easter Island's ecosystem, which the earth is giving into the hands of the wicked. The wicked is Esau Edom. But the rest of these other heathen nations follow their ways, which I'm going to get that in the book of Sirach also. But Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, he has, control of the earth. But all he does is wickedness. He's destroying our world, and the world was made for the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But he's destroying the air, the water, the food, the people. He's just all around destructive. He's the son of perdition. He's the son of destruction. Everything he touches, he destroys. But I wanted to play this video. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, because that's who salvation is for. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Easter Island is stuck in an oceanic vortex of plastic waste, mostly from elsewhere. The Chilean island receives around 50 times more plastic and microplastic than the coasts of Chile. That's according to the municipal data of Rapa Nui, the island's local name. Moiko Pacomio is a marine biologist for the local government's Marine Research Unit. Her team conducts exploration dives to detect areas of microplastic pollution.
The microplastic we find on the coast isn't ours. We know that plastic waste decomposes as it travels along currents until it becomes microplastic. It has been proven that the majority of microplastic comes from fishing vessels that throw their waste into the sea, their plastic waste, and this is transformed into microplastic.
Pacomio says plastic pollution has affected marine life like sea urchins. That consequently contaminates food consumed by residents. The giant plastic waste problem on the island is largely due to its location in the South Pacific Gyre. Ocean currents bring in trash from Australia, South America, and fishing vessels. But Rapa Nui's mayor, Pedro Edmonds, says most of the contamination is, in fact, coming from their own country.
We found out that 58% of the plastic Rapa Nui gets comes from continental Chile. That means it comes from ourselves. It's Chile that's mainly contaminating Chilean waters and Rapa Nui.
Edmonds is calling on the world to cut down on plastic waste, and he's leading a campaign against plastic pollution with other activists. He hopes to reach an agreement with South Korea next month to help reduce the use of plastic polymers.
Microplastics have been growing exponentially, and it's terrible. It's affecting our lives, it's affecting our food, the blue fish that live in our ocean, and we depend on for protein.
Yeah, we're not supposed to even be dealing with plastics anyway. It doesn't decompose. We're not supposed to be drinking out of plastic straws and, drinking sodas. And then from the soda cans, you have, even like the Gatorade bottles too, you have like the little plastic rings that go around it. We're not supposed to be having none of that. That destroys, our the animals in the ocean. You have turtles that get caught up in it and all kind of other animals. As they went into the blue fish are being destroyed, within the ecosystem of the water, certain animals depend on other animals. For instance, here in the Gulf, here in Houston, from like Houston to New Orleans, was one thing that's real big is seafood. But our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, they love to eat shrimp, crab, lobster, crawfish, oysters. Just seen somebody recently had some fried oysters. Like, this shit is an abomination. It's destroying your body. Our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. They don't have any knowledge of the dietary laws. They don't want to believe in the dietary laws. But first precept I had was Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. And I'm going to read it in the NLT. I typically read in the KJV. I'm reading the NLT this time. Revelation 11 and 18. The nations were filled with wrath, but now the time of your wrath has come. It is time to judge the dead and reward your servants, the prophets, as well as your holy people and all who fear your name, from the least to the greatest. It is time to destroy all who have caused destruction on the earth. So starting with Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, and the rest of these other heathen nations, they're just destroying our earth. I did a lesson. You had Moab, which is the Chinese, and Ammon, which is the Japanese. They continue to pour like nuclear waste into the oceans. Hey, they're destroying it. And part of their reward for the servants, the prophets, Lord willing, we have that 144,000 is we're going to have these nations in captivity, and they're going to have to go and clean this shit up. It's aggravating to see the animals in the sea being destroyed. It's vexing as hell to see our sea animals, our sea creatures with sexually transmitted diseases, choking up on straws. Like, man, we just need Yahweh to send Yahweh Shai, man. The earth needs new management, man. And another part that I want to get out of this verse was all who fear the name. The name is Yahweh, which is the Most High, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and his only begotten Son, which is Yahweh Shai. Salakia is Yahweh is the Most High, whom the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Those are the names that we need for salvation. Yahweh's going to send Yahweh Shai and the heavenly hosts, the angels, and they're going to be flying on those chariots, which are ignorantly called UFOs or UAPs, to come deliver the nation of Israel out of this captivity, out of this hellhole. Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. So if you're intelligent or if you're wise, you're not going to have people dumping plastics in the ocean. You're not going to be dealing with plastics in the first place anyway. You're going to deal, decently in order based off of the laws, what you're supposed to do. Use glass, Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all that dwell therein. So these people are moving just like Esau, Edom, the heathens, all the way down to our people, which we were talking about that yesterday on the blog. The deeds of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all exceed the wicked. Y'all go far and beyond, above and beyond, of destroying the earth, destroying yourselves. We're supposed to be separate. We're not supposed to be moving in the way as Esau, Edom. And then the last precept I had was Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10. I'm going to read this in the NLT also. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10. The godly care for their animals, but the wicked are always cruel. You have Esau, Edom, he's a cunning hunter. He's known for hunting animals. So on and so forth, man. As you can see, destroying our land, man, destroying our animals, cooking up abominations. They're always cruel. But Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Shalom.